And welcome back. Across the border, Lumberton and Scotland are now conference rivals in the Tri-County 6 and 7A classes. They went head-to-head on a very special night as Scotland honored one of the best running backs to ever play in the state of North Carolina. And there is the legendary 34 jersey, over 7,000 rushing yards for Zamir White and over 100 touchdowns in his time there. First quarter action, Scotland gets the opening kickoff, and Mike McLean is going to get deep into Lumberton territory here, cuts to the sideline and then cuts back to the middle of the field, right to about the 25-yard line. A couple of plays later, he's going to finish it off with a rushing touchdown here, and Scotland is up 7-0 very quickly at home. Ensuing kickoff coming up here by the Fighting Scots as Casey McNair is going to recover the muff in Lumberton territory, so the Pirates cough it up, and then they're going to be back on offense. Nice pass here to receiver Keenan Smith. Check this out, 1 foot in, nice concentration. First and goal coming up for Scotland, and then a little bit of trickery here just before Halloween. Hey, why not? Half-pack option pass, and Nasiah McLean catches it, making it 14-0 at this point. The black and blue roll to the victory on Zamir White night, as they should, 48-24, the final there.
Well, after a slow start to the season, the Hartsville Red Foxes are playing their best when it counts the most. Jeff Calabrese's team has won 4 straight all-in-region play, keeping them in a tie for first place with South Florence. Foxes home in Week 9 hosting Lakewood. Jumping to the second quarter in this one, Hartsville dominating in the first half of the game, already up 30-0. Red Foxes with the ball. Trace Hillian gets the handoff, makes a defender miss, and that young man is gone. 55 yards to pay dirt to extend the lead 37-0 over the Gators. Hartsville was making it happen on both sides of the ball in this one. Here they get to the running back before he can make it back to the line of scrimmage. That play's important because it would bring out the Gator punting unit, everything going the Red Foxes' way in this one as the special teams puts their stamp on this one, getting the block punt, and Zion Mason picks up the loose change. Look what I found, and takes it in for the touchdown. Hartsville goes on to pick up the shutout win, 51-0. Their Week 9 win sets up a Week 10 showdown with South Florence. Winner will claim the Region 5 4A championship.
Man, that's going to be special next week. Back to the beach in Region 7 2A. Atlantic Collegiate taking on first place East Clarendon. Key matchup here. First quarter, no score. The Armada give the ball to Brennan Moore, the junior. Good for a first down run here, but the drive would fizzle out. Their defense, though, steps up as the Wolverines QB has nowhere to go here. Tackle for loss for the Armada. Scoreless as we enter the second quarter, though. EC on the move. They're running back, big burst up the middle inside the 20-yard line here. First down play, and then quarterback Gavin White's going to fake me out for a second, and then there he is. He's going to come in and score. Gives the Wolverines an early 6-0 lead, but the Armada rally. They get the 12-6 win in a defensive battle. Nice job by Coach Ribbons and his staff to get the victory at Ashley Booth Field.
And our last game of the evening takes us over to Latta High School as the Vikings hosted Hannah Pamplico and the Raiders in Week 9. Under 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Raiders get into the end zone with a rushing touchdown to cut into their deficit. Still find themselves trailing 32-24. Latta would take care of business from start to finish in this one as they were in control on both sides of the ball for a majority of the game. And look, anytime you can put up 54 points in a game, there's a good chance you're going to find the win column, and that's exactly what happened in Week 9 for the Vikings as they took down Hannah Pamplico 54-31. Again, one of those games, hope you had the over in. Latta will look to make it 3 wins in a row before heading into the playoffs as they hit the road to take on Johnsonville in Week 10. The Flashes coming off that Week 9 loss to Carver's Bay, so look for them to come out swinging against the Vikings.
Yeah, a lot of points tonight all around week number 9. And again, you can count on football coverage throughout the week on News 13. Tuesday, the latest state rankings in the South Carolina High School League. And we'll avail our game of the week. Wednesday, game picks, 5 of those to pick. That's the last week we're going to do it, too. Jevin's close to first place. We'll see if he can inch forward coming up next week. And, of course, our Players of the Week, the only station here in town that does it from the Grand Strand and PD, all leading up to the Blitz on Friday night.
And now a look at the big games that I'll be picking all correctly and claiming first place for the final week of the regular season. Hard to believe it, but yes, we're already at Week 10. Our game of the week will be Hartsville at South Florence. The winner takes home the Region 5 4A title. The Battle of the Beach, also the Battle of Route 707 with St. James and Socastee, plus Trinity Collegiate and Florence Christian. Big battle between PD private school powers.
Man, there are a lot of good games coming up next week to finish things off. That is a wrap for the high school portion. Coming up, we dive into college football, a preview of South Carolina and Alabama tomorrow. Jevin's heading there, and we'll talk Coastal during their bye week coming up next.